is the reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. Politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. You know something? They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back, so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. And by the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long, where they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. Yeah. You know? And nobody seems to notice, nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
So you have to be in the dream to believe the American dream. It's no more what it used to be. It's gone. So sad that the American dream went down the way it did. The only hope that I really feel is Ron Paul. But the mainstream control force, the diabolical structure of the world leaders, I mean, you can almost call them you can almost call them the dark force of the God, what can we call them? Dark Vaders coming in with their uniformed black troops stomping across America. We can look at it that way, I guess. I don't know. I'm very sad today after seeing that throughout the last few weeks we have just let America fall. I don't know why we're doing this. We should stand up Like I said, the only hope, Ron Paul. Ron Paul's the only hope. He's the only one doing the opposite of everything else, leading into a pit of hell. Literally, a pit of hell. We're going to fall into if, well, I don't know. We're going in a handbasket with it, wherever it's going. And all I see is mittens is Obama light. I mean, that's basically it. He's Obama's light person. I don't know. I'm sitting here just going over all this, seeing what I just watched, and going, we're heading in a bad way. And if we don't pull back soon and go back to the Constitution and the American way, we are doomed. We are literally doomed. We're doomed beyond all doomism, if you want to call it that. I don't know. I don't know how long we'll go with this video. I'm at 6 minutes and 27 seconds, and I'm already wanting to quit and just say, well, I said my piece. We are in trouble, people. If we don't change this course that we're on and timelines, I don't want to get into that. That's just wrong to get into that. No, I'm not getting into that. We're in the timelines right now. I'm telling you, timelines are converging. 2 timelines, one from the Philadelphia Experiment 3 and one from our own timeline that we've been on since, oh, who knows how long, that's also been affected by jumps by P3, the Philadelphia P3. Right, that's the side point. We have converging timelines that are coming together. So if you see anything unusual, phenomenally, it's probably because of these timelines are in conversions. And they're coming very quickly now as the time wave 0 approaches, which is a 0 down by Terence McKenna, who came up with the timeline. But it's a down spiral to a point of 0. And once that point's hit, a new reality is created. And the way I see it is, it may be multiple dimensions. This may be what's going to happen. We're going to have a multiple dimensional shift. And this is going to spiral everything out of the way. It's going to create a rhythmic pattern of multiple overlays of time-space dimensions, which will last only for a short time, but every timeline is going to cross. And when this does, you're going to experience this. It's hard to explain. It's a waving over of different. You'll see everything at the same time. I'll just put it that way. You'll see everything at the same time. I won't say how long this time will be or anything, but you will see waves over time and space. And this will occur around 2012. When the timeline drops to 0. And at that point, you will have a choice of ascension into different worlds, and you'll be able to look into different worlds, and you'll be able to see, do I want to go into that world, or I want to go into that world? Well, that's to you to find out when this all occurs very shortly in the time-space continuum, which is coming to, I said, 0 point under terrorist. He knew of this coming down. It is a probability. It happens every 10,000 or so years. We have this where we dip down into a ring of energy. I will bring that up. We are actually entering an energetic field of energies. I don't know how much more to go on about the energy fields, but they're spiraling energy fields as the disk of the universe spins. It spins in a certain way, and we dip up and down, and we wave through these dips. And this is just happened to be at the same time the end of the Mayan calendar. And this is what's amazing. This is the end of the Mayan calendar. It's also when we're passing through this wave of the center galaxy. It's not in exact plane. It's a flex coming off of it that we're running into. Now, as we dip into that, and well, I don't know what else to go on with. I think that's about good enough to give you a good thought of what's going to occur here in a few months and a few maybe even weeks when we start having more maybe groans from the earth. I haven't heard them myself. I have heard something before. There was a gas line that burst and it was whistling pretty loud about a mile away, and it was pretty spectacular to hear that carrying across the valley. But as far as the air waves, yes, there are electromagnetic waves raising up, going down, so on. These are occurring also with the solar activity on the sun. We have solar cycle 24 that we're in. It's a very active cycle, not seen since 1800s. This is very, very, very active. We had a flare in 2000, and I think one that was an X9 that came through. I mean, these are different things we're going through right now. These are trends. These are activities of the solar cycle. This one just happens to be more. And the reason is we are a flare star. I don't think many astronomers will admit to it. A lot of them do, saying that we are a flare star. We do flare up. That's why we have our 12-year cycle. And just this time we're flaring a little more, so we're a variable flare star that we're orbiting. And it's flaring up. I mean, it's giving massive flares. It could take out our electrical system. It could do about anything that you think that electrical systems would be affected by electromagnetic pulse. But it's a probability, and it could happen anytime this year, or through 2013, as they predict, as the major cycle. By some points, I'm thinking we're going to hit it sometime this year, just because the way of the activity was earlier with the flu flares that came by and glanced us. Amazingly, we were not effective. The people up in Norway had a nice sky show, and I seen those. Those were nice. Well, I'm getting near the end of my time on this video, and just wanted to say that, yeah, we're being controlled and manipulated by forces out there, the governments of the world, who don't want us to know that there's certain things coming this way. You know, it's like the book, something wicked this way comes. Is something wicked this way coming. Until next time, this is Spellbinder saying, be good, or be good at it. Good day.